Anyway, Matt Lanigan is a great friend of this show. He's the guy who stood up early in the lockdown and said, you know, this isn't right. He got the lefties all piled on top of him. And to your eternal credit, outsiders, particularly the outsiders, obviously, of Melbourne, you rallied around Matt. You gave him your support at the Lucky Penny Café, and Matt had people turning up and saying, here we are, we watch outsiders, and we're here delighted to help you and your cafe. Well, Matt Lanigan joins us now, and he's got a little bit of news. Matt, how are you, mate?
Yes, very good. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Oh, good.
Wow, what an incredible journey it's been on Chapel Street in the last 6 months.
Exactly. Well, tell us your news and tell us why you've decided to throw your hat into the ring of what is the soap opera of Stonington politics. Tell us your news, Matt.
Yes, well, I'm going to be stepping up and having a go at local government. I will be throwing my hat into the ring and making sure that the people of Stonington are listened to and they have a voice in the rebuild phase of what is facing our society. Well,
I think most people around Australia, many would not have heard of Stonington, but I think they would be able to identify very easily with the soap opera of what is going on in local politics in your area. Well, just give us a quick rundown, Matt, about the current mayor and the shenanigans he gets up to. Just rush us through those stories briefly, thanks.
Look, I think it's been well documented in every paper throughout Melbourne about, you know, painting scandals and loud, do you know who I am, comments in intimidating staffers in local fast food restaurants, running around the streets, stopping people, putting in letters in letterbox during campaign time. Just as recently as last week.
Well, I was particularly tickled to see that the mayor, Stephen Stephanopoulos, I believe his name is, spent during the middle of the lockdown, decided he needed a bigger office. I don't know why, because everyone's locked down, but anyway, he decided he needed a bigger office, so he spent money. You would have thought taxpayers had better things to spend their money on, but he got himself a nice brand new renovation in the middle of the lockdown. Colourful, glossy brochures with his one brochure has 23 photos of this bloke on it,
23.
paid for by the ratepayers of your council. Now, on to the serious stuff, Matt. What is it like for you? You're a typical small business person there in Melbourne. I believe the lockdown is completely unnecessary if you look at what is happening elsewhere around the world in terms of dealing with the coronavirus. How is your business and the other local small businesses coping?
Yeah, look, it's brutal on, you know, speaking to the other businesses around the Chapel Street precinct. You know, the COVID fatigue has really set in and it is, you know, still unsure about what is going to be the way out. You know, hopefully we can hold Dan Andrews accountable to his statements that he will give back the streets to traders to make back some of the lost income over the last, it'll be 10 months by the time that we open in, you know, end of November, December. You know, there's a lot of people thinking about leaving Victoria. The mass exodus is real and very concerning, I would think, for a lot of Melburnians. It's already begun. You can just look on social media and see the people leaving Melbourne. You know, personally, I know about a dozen people that have left in the last month already. So I think it's a lot more dire than what people understand. Being on the ground and being on, you know, in one of the most visited locations of Melbourne, being Chapel Street, you know, those tourists won't be there this summer. So we need something to really inject.
Well,
into the local
you've got an
economy.
idea for that. Tell us about that in a sec. But James?
I was going to ask what your plans would be if you do make it onto the council. What are you hoping to achieve? What do you think you can do to revitalise your area and maybe get people spending again?
Yeah, sure. So first and foremost, it'll be making sure that mental health support is available to everyone in the community, because it's been brutal, and you can see it in people's eyes, the pain. So getting everyone's head right is first and foremost. Also, I'll be looking to support all businesses to rebuild. So working with, an arduous task of working with business owners, landlords, and landlords' agents to try and come to a happy medium and a recovery phase there. And then, just basically making sure that consultation is actually carried out and that the right decisions are being made to spend the ratepayers' money. So we'll be making sure that everyone is heard and every decision is in-depth consultation before any money's being spent. There'll be no rushing into capital work projects or anything like this.
Matt, that area where your cafe is, Chapel Street, it's just used to be the epicentre of Melbourne for great food, fashion, shopping. And I'm just wondering, what's it going to look like at the end of this? Are you anticipating that there's going to be a lot of vacancies, commercial vacancies there? And you're on the ground there. How many business people are telling you they're not going to survive, especially when all the welfare stops, that they're not going to be able to carry on? What are you hearing?
I am an optimist by nature, and so I like to look at the positive on everything. But it is real. Like in March and April, when all the support stops, it's going to be when we get a true indication of the effect of this. There are new businesses coming in right now and opening up right now, and they've found opportunities. So hopefully we can get some confidence in the community and confidence in the market, and people will take the risk. But it's going to take a lot of work from a lot of different people, traders associations.
On that, Matt, I just wonder, how does it make you feel that in Stonington, apparently the mayor or the council has given $90,000 for, wait for it, foreign aid? So sent $90,000 off to help some who knows where, foreign aid. Also, that your mayor wandered around and was caught recently in a burger shop abusing people for not wearing a mask. So this is the new kind of fascism. You get shouted at and screamed at in the street for not wearing a mask in Chapel Street. Meanwhile, 90,000 goes overseas in foreign aid. Is this how local council should behave?
Yeah, not to mention 150,000 in announcing a climate emergency in the city of Stonington.
Of course.
So,
yes, great.
I can definitely find a lot better ways to spend that 200 plus K, and that would be going straight back into the grassroots level, which is what local government's real job is. It's about supporting the local community and listening to the grassroots problems. There's been a roundabout down near Union Street that has been unrepaired for over 2.5 years, yet the mayor gets a $100,000+ renovation to his office.
Well, thank Matt Lanigan. I hope people in Stonington want to put an end to the soap opera, and good luck in the council elections, and good luck. Hope you get there. You know many outsiders. They've come to your cafe. They support you. I just want to leave you with a clip here of someone in Melbourne tried to hold up a free Melbourne sign and got shouted down because apparently protesting is illegal in Victoria. Whoa, have a look.
Do I need to exercise to that sign? All right, because that to me is indicating that you're about to protest and it's illegal. So I'm going to ask you to throw the sign away.
Is it illegal for us to hold the sign?
Yeah, because it's obviously it's a sign of protesting, okay, and it's illegal.
It's not illegal to protest, though.
It is illegal to protest at this current time.
No, it's illegal to gather.
No, it's illegal to protest and gather.
There's two of us. We're not gathering at all. There's two of us.
Yeah.
It's definitely...
We're in an exercise bubble.
It's legal.
You either put it in the bin or I will.